Jesús Centinela de Cristo.
Today's title for March 5th, Faith Game. But when he asks me, he must believe and not doubt. For those who have doubts is like a wave of the Red Sea, blown and tossed by the wind. Every Wednesday, my grade school had a joint worship with all the classes together. I must have sat through the hundreds of them, but only a lesson still remains with me now. It was my 7th grade year, and speaking of the pastor Zane, he was the coolest story of a man who prayed for a country in Africa for a whole year. At the end of the year, he replaced the chance to visit the nation, and he met many important officials and were toured everywhere. Including the jails. In one particular jail held in American hostages, he told the 5 native officials that they should let the hostages go, and amazingly they listened and they freed the men. Upon his return to the United States, he received a letter from the government thanking him for helping release the prisoners, and you see the United States have been trying to negotiate the prisoners' freedom for some time. As the story concluded, he challenged us to strengthen our faith, so I just did that. Our country was in the worst possible state ever, and I thought it would be most fun to visit Australia. About 6 months later, I stopped praying, and that was at about the ridiculous notion. A couple of years went by, and then my freshman year in academy, my parents announced that we were going to Australia the coming summer. I was so excited, it worked. How awesome could that be? I used half the prayer and half of the faith that God would still answer. And I wish I could end with a really cool story from down under, but however the plans fell through. And I spent my summer in Tennessee. The summer I learned something I will never forget. Half of what you get and doesn't go halfway with God. From that moment on, I promised to always give 100%. Now 4 years later, I play the 4th daily game, and sometimes I'm not sure about things, and sometimes it may cross my mind, but then I think how fun Australia would have been. And I step forward in faith. Where are you going for God? Thank you for listening.